are on day 4 math lesson, and we are going to be counting money. And we're going to actually spend 3 days of lessons on counting money, so we're going to get a lot of practice with that. So let's first go over our coins, what they look like, and how much they're worth. Our one coin that's not silver that we're going to use is called a penny, and a penny is worth, blow it into your hand, release it. Great job, 1 cent. Our penny is 1 cent. This is our next one up, our nickel, and it is worth, blow it into your hand, release it. Great job, 5 cents. Our nickel is worth 5 cents. And then our next one up in value is our dime. Very good. And our dime is the smallest one that we'll use in first grade, but it's not worth the smallest amount. What's it worth? Blow it into your hand, release it. 10 cents. Very good. And then the biggest one we will use in first grade is our quarter, and a quarter is worth 25 cents. Very good. So these are our coins: penny, nickel, dime, quarter. Now we will move into my teacher book to practice a few of these skills of counting money. So here we have a few coins, okay? So it says count on from the coins of the greatest value. And when we count money, we always start with our coin that has the greatest value. That doesn't mean the biggest coin per se, but it does mean the coin that's worth the most. So our quarter is the highest value we're going to use in our lesson. So we will start with our quarters, and we have 2 quarters, and a quarter is worth 25. And then we have a dime, which is worth 10, and another dime that's worth 10. And this is a nickel, and a nickel is worth 5. So when we count our money, we're going to start with the highest value coins and work our way down to the lowest value coins. So remember, we went over when we count by 25s, that's the easiest one we'll do. 25, 50, 75, 100. We have 25 plus 25 more is 50, plus 10, so 25, 50, 60, 10 more, 70, plus 5, 75. And that's how we count our money. Start with the largest and work our way down. So we have how much? 75 cents. Okay, let's get a little practice. We have several things here we're going to count. Okay. We have some keychains. And we have some amounts. Number 1, he pays this amount for the airplane keychain. That would be this one. The airplane keychain costs, so this is how much he paid. We're going to figure out how much it costs. So we have a quarter, which is 25, and another quarter, which is how much? Blow it into your hand, release it, 25. Good job. Then we have a dime. I'm not sure how well you can see that. It's a little bit blurry and it's kind of small. But this is a dime, and how much is a dime worth? Blow it into your hand, release it, 10 cents. Good job. And a nickel is worth, show me with your fingers, 5 cents. And how much is a penny worth? Show me with your fingers, 1 cent. Very good. So now we're ready to count our money. We start with our large one, which is 25 cents. We have 25 plus 25 is 50. 50 plus 10 is 60. 60 plus 5, 65. 65 plus 1, 66. So the airplane keychain cost 66 cents. 25 and 25 is 50. 60, 65, 66. There's a lot of skip counting when you count money. Okay, he pays this much for the car keychain. The car keychain cost how much? All right, we have a quarter, and a quarter is worth 25 cents. Good job. 25 This is a dime, and we know the dime is worth, show me with your fingers, 10 cents. Great job. And this is a nickel, which is worth 5. And what is that last one? That last one is also a nickel. It's the tail side of a nickel, and it's very blurry. And that's worth 5. So we have a quarter, a dime, and 2 nickels. So we start with our large one. 25 plus 10 is 35, plus 5 is 40, plus 5 is 45. So 25, 35, 40, 45. The car keychain cost 45 cents. And the best way to get good at counting money is to practice, practice, practice. He pays this amount for the helicopter keychain. The helicopter keychain cost blank. Alright, we have a quarter, which is 25. Another quarter. And a dime. Show me with your fingers, how much is a dime worth? 10 cents. Great job. Alright, 25 is 50, plus 10 is 60 cents. 25, 50, 60. He pays this amount for the truck keychain. The truck keychain cost blank cent. We have a quarter, which is 25. We have a dime, another dime, a nickel. Show me with your fingers, how much is a nickel worth? 5 cents. Very good. And a penny. Show me with your fingers, how much is a penny worth? 1 cent. Very good. My husband is taking the video and he is actually participating in class right now. Alright, so we start with 25. 25 and 10 is 35. Plus 10 more is 45. Plus 5 is 50. 51, 52. So, 25, 35, 45, 50, 51, 52. You guys know what's about to happen. Alright, let me fix that right quick. You probably heard it. We know when we hear that sound that my screen is about to cut off. That's okay. We're back. Alright, let's flip to my next page and just keep on going. Here we have a piggy bank. And it says, Ricky saved a dime last week. This week he added 3 nickels, 1 dime, and a quarter. How much did he save in all? So Ricky took all the coins that he had saved out of his piggy bank, and this is what he had. And we want to know how much he has all together. So we have a quarter, a nickel, a dime, and another nickel. Okay, so first he put the coins in order, starting with the coin of the greatest value. And we know that out of all of these coins, the coin with the greatest value is going to be what? Blow it into your hand. Release it. Good job, the quarter. Alright, here's our quarter, and it's worth 25. Then he put the next one is the coin with the next highest value, which would be his dimes. So he's got his 2 dimes down here lined up. And then he took all of his nickels and lined those up. Now we're ready to count. So we have 25. We got to skip count by 10 now. 25, 35, 45, 50, 55, 60. So you do a lot of skip counting when you count money. 25 plus 10 is 35, plus 10 is 45, plus 5 is 50, plus 5 is 55, plus 5 more is 60. So he has 60 cents. Good job. Ricky used part of his savings to buy some marbles. The marbles cost 50 cents, so we knew that he saved 60 in all. We counted that. Okay, we knew that's how much he had. He used part of his savings to buy marbles. The marbles cost 50 cents. He took these coins from his piggy bank. A quarter, 2 dimes, and a nickel. He put the remaining coins back into his piggy bank. He was left with 10 cents in his savings. So let's look at how that worked. He saved 60 cents. He had 60 cents. He went and bought marbles and they cost 50 cents. So he took a quarter, 25, 2 dimes, and a nickel. 25, 35, 45, 50. Okay, he had 60, he took 50 out. He put the remaining coins back into his piggy bank, which was 2 nickels, 5, 10, which was 10 cents. So he was left with 10 cents in his piggy bank. All right. Let's look right here. I wish you guys were here and you could call out some answers to me and I could hear you. It's really lonely teaching to an empty classroom. All right, there are blank quarters. Let's count our quarters. Quarter 1, quarter 2. There are 2 quarters. There are blank dimes. 1, 2. There are 2 dimes. There are blank nickels. 1, 2. 2 nickels. There are blank pennies. Let's count these all together. You guys count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Count on to find the total value. So we are going to see how much money we have all together. So I'm going to draw, you know, I can't draw. I'm going to draw our coins out starting with our largest value. So we have 2 quarters. So these are our quarters. They're worth 25. We have 2 dimes. They're worth 10. We have 2 nickels. They're worth 5. And we have 6 pennies. And they're worth 1. Okay, now we're ready to count our money. Don't be afraid, it's a lot of coins. We can do this, okay? So we're starting with our largest value, which is our quarter. And we know that 2 quarters, 25 plus 25 is 50, plus 10 more is 60, plus 10 more is 70, plus 5 is 75, plus 5 is 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86. We have 86 cents all together. All right, now it's time for you to get your workbook out. And I want you to turn to page 219 in your math workbook. Page 219. It looks like this. All right, we have money and we get to count it. We have quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies on our page. And they give us an example of a quarter, 2 nickels, and a penny. That would be 25. Nickels are worth 5. Pennies are worth 1. 25, 30, 35, 36 cents. Okay, so that's how we're doing this. We have 2 quarters. You don't have to write 25, but if it helps you, then I would do it. Dimes and a penny. So let's count this up. 25 and 25 is 50, plus 10 is 60, plus 10 more is 70, plus 10 more is 80, plus 1, good job, 81 cents. All right, let's do number 2. Quarter, 25. Quarter, 25. Dimes. They're all dimes across there. 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay, 25 plus 25 is 50. Good job. Plus 70, plus 10, 80, plus 10, 90, 90 cents. Alright, this is a lot, but we can do this. Alright, we're starting with dimes. Dimes are tens. Then we have a lot of nickels, which are fives. These look different. That's the back side of a nickel. Not all nickels have that tails on them, but these do. And then we have several pennies. Ones. Okay. We're not going to get in a big hurry. We're going to take our time. Okay? So we're starting with 10. 10, 20, 30, plus 5, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71. I think it's interesting that if you look up here, we have more money up here than we do down here, but we have more coins down here. It's crazy. That's how money is. You may have a whole lot of coins and not a lot of money. All right, number 4, I want you to do number 4 all by yourself, okay? So while you do number 4, I'm going to flip to the next page. All right, on our next page, we are going to match the amount of money with the item we could purchase with that amount of money. So we have a cupcake that's 80 cents. We have party hats that are 65 cents. We have a ruler for 40 cents and a pencil sharpener for 25 cents. So let's start with this one up here. We have a dime, a nickel, and some pennies. So let's start with our coin with the largest value, which is our dime. 10 plus 5 is 15, plus 5 more is 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. We have 25 cents. What can we buy for 25 cents? Good job. We can buy a pencil sharpener. So draw a line to that pencil sharpener. All right, our next amount, we have a quarter, which is 25 cents, a nickel, which is 5, and a dime. They switched it around on us. They're trying to trick us, but we won't be tricked. We can go from 25 to 5 to 10, or we can go from 25 to 10 and back to 5. Okay, so let's do that. Let's start with our big one. 25 plus 10 is 35. Plus 5 is 40, okay? Or we could say 25 plus 5 is 30, plus 10 more is 40. You can do it either way. We have 40 cents, and we can buy a ruler for 40 cents. All right, let's look at this little one. What do we have here? We have a 10, a dime, a quarter, another quarter, and a nickel. All right, we know that 2 quarters, we're going to start with our largest value. 2 quarters are 50 cents, plus 10 is 60, plus 5 is 65, and our party hats are 65 cents. Now we know that this one matches with that one, but let's count our money anyway. Let's not skip out. We have 2 dimes, a nickel, another nickel, and 2 quarters. We're still going to start with our coins with the highest value. So we're still going to start with our quarters. 25 and 25 we know is 50, plus 10 is 60, plus 10 more is 70, plus 5 is 75, plus 5 more is 80. And we can buy a cupcake for 80 cents. Good job, guys. Flip over to the next page. All right, I have some really good news. This is our last page for today. All right, and we are still counting money. And what they want us to do is write how much we have, and then when we label it with a value. So we have a dime, and another dime, and another dime. So we'll start with our 3 dimes. 10, 10, 10. We have 3 dimes. Next would be nickels. We have 1 nickel and 2 pennies. All right, and then we're going to count it because we're practicing counting money, so we're going to count it. 10, 20, 30, 35, 36, 37. We have 37 cents. All right, let's check number 7. We have a quarter, which is 25. We have 1 dime, which is 10, and 2 nickels, which are 5. So let's count. 25 plus 10 is 35, 40, 45. We have 45 cents. Good job, guys. And that wraps up today's lesson. It felt really long, but we need a lot of practice when it comes to counting money. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped you, and I'll see you later. Bye.